All right, you probably know this if you're one of the millions and millions of people playing at fantasy football kicked into high gear across the nation today.
Can we say it was kickoff day for that?
Kickoff day,
or
draft
kickoff
day
weekend
for a lot of people.
Well, it is legal here in the state of California. Now, there are some people wondering if it shouldn't be because it could be considered a form of gambling. Joining us now to take a closer look at all these legal issues is legal analyst Sezen Oygar.
Thank you.
Welcome. Please clarify for us, what are the statutes regarding fantasy football? Is it considered in some places gambling?
It is. So federal law is a little bit broader, and it's the Unlawful Internet Gambling Act. And that actually allows these fantasy football type drafts to be legal. And the reason why federal law allows it to be legal is that it's based off of skill. They're saying that fantasy football is really a skill-based type game. When you're looking at different states, it goes into this argument as to skill versus chance. So here in California, when you look specifically at our gambling laws, it doesn't outright say whether gambling is legal or illegal. What our laws and the Business Professions Code and the Penal Code, it kind of lists all the different types. You know, we can have casinos, Indian casinos, but we cannot have commercial casinos. You know, horse racing, as we know, that type of gambling is legal. So within the California court system, what you would look at is what this predominant purpose test is, because what is fantasy football? Is that really based off of chance? Am I going to win a bracket because chance, or is it really the skill set of the drafter?
Given its growth in popularity and the kind of revenues it generates,
$5 billion
per year, 24.5 million people playing it in the United States is the estimate. The government can't keep itself from wanting to control that.
Right.
And so what are the chances that in some shape or fashion, you know, the California Assembly might say, you know, we want to control it. We think it's getting out of control and we're going to make it illegal, at least in some fashion.
Well, we just had its Senate Bill 190 that was, you know, just a few months ago. Unfortunately, it died on the Senate Appropriations Committee floor. But what that act was looking to do was taking sports betting and making that legal in the state of California. And I think really what that was in reaction to is because there is a case going on right now that's moving up in the appellate circuit in New Jersey. New Jersey enacted a similar law, similar to Senate Bill 190, granting sports betting. And what happened was the NFL, the NCAA, and the Department of Justice came back and kind of attacked this law, went through litigation, and it was really based off of what's called the Professional and Amateur Sports Participation Act, which only allows sports betting in 4 states. You all know you can go to Nevada and you can do sports betting. So it was really a reaction to that. And instead of maybe, you know, submitting a brief in support of this New Jersey law, what California was doing is let's have our own law allowing sports betting here in our state and try to work it that way. Unfortunately, it died a few months ago.
So getting around all these different bills, can you sort of dumb it down for us? Does that mean that there's any imminent threat to those of us who live in California and are interested in
California
a fantasy league?
Yeah, California, I think we're okay. Arguably, you can, you know, say one way or the other. You know, I've done 2 different brackets, one where I skillfully, and I'm not going to say that I wasn't skillful, that one plummeted, but the one that I did purely on chance based off uniform colors, who won? I did, based on that bracket. I think you're okay, but certain states, Florida in particular, they, on their books, you cannot, if you're entering a league that you actually collect, you know, money prizes off of it, that is illegal in the state of Florida. And there's several other states that are called these chance states. If you're, say you're registering a Yahoo Pro, and that's one of the pay-to-play type of fantasy football leagues, several states, if you look, and I would tell viewers, look at the, you know, the little rules when you sign up for it, because several states, Louisiana, Arizona, those are these chance type states where they interpret fantasy football being a chance game, not based off of the drafter's skill.
So the upshot is, if it's a pay-to-play website, be really careful.
Be very careful.
You may be violating some state statute.
Right, and that it goes to because federal law is more broad, states have the right to be more specific.
And the other upshot is just pick the colors that you like the best.
Exactly. Go with your horse racing bet type thing.
All right. Sezen Oygar, legal analyst. Thank you.
We'll bring you back for betting tips next week.
A lot of people are in on this fantasy football
That's
and have
true.
a lot of questions about it.